Saturday. It's our last day in Kyoto. Our last visit will be to go to the studio and home of Joel Stewart. Joel Stewart was born in Danville, California. He's been in Japan for over 20 years. He's worked in the Los Angeles County Museum, the Cleveland Art Museum. And for the last 5 years, Joel has been working on this Byobu, this screen show for a museum in the Midwestern U.S. This is the first time I've seen him in about 5 or 6 years. So we're about to see the first new work from Joel Stewart that will be available to the public in about 5 minutes. We're at the corner of Horikawa and Kitayama. He's going to pick us up after we make this phone call at this phone booth. So I hope you enjoy The Last Artist in Kyoto. So are these prints or are these paintings?
These are paintings here. This is this new series, this leaf series that I was telling you about. And
that's pretty cool.
It's combining, yeah, just the leaf is a great subject actually, just because there's so much, you know, abstraction in it, and it's like a lot of possibilities for the watercolor to just kind of do its own thing. And then I started getting into this additional stuff here around it, these splashes. This is actually really heavy-duty house paint, and which has got a lot of chunks of stuff in it.
What kind of chunks?
Well, just dried house paint chunks. Oh. But I have added sand and stuff to other batches. Yeah, just because I like the texture, and also what's cool about it is when it dries, it gets this kind of like
bubble.
Yeah, well, it gets this like desert floor or elephant skin kind of texture to it, which is it's kind of fun because it's contrast to this stuff going on here. Yeah. And plus, actually doing it is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. If I had the thing set up, I could show you. I mean, basically the way I do it is, you know, each one of these has to be poured individually, and you just get the can out, and you'll see those.
Oh, you don't paint this; you pour it.
Yeah, pour it. Just kind of go like that, and then you kind of play around with it and let it drip off, and then you get the hair dryer on it, and it's a pretty fun. It's a pretty fun little.
So why do you have the ping pong paddle over there?
Oh, that was under consideration for a three-dimensional addition to one of the screens.
Did you play ping pong?
Yeah, I played ping pong a little bit when I was growing up. But I mean, I wasn't like,
yeah,
that kind of stuff. So, yeah, while we're talking about these, might as well just move through these.
Let's just do what
tell you what, Michael, if you can just stand that up on that.
Do this. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Put it right there.
Okay.
Put it right there.
Tell you what, well, we got a stand here.
Oh, you're standing them up. I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I understand how we're doing this now.
Yeah.
Go on the side.
That's all right. There's
a method to this.
There's a method to this.
Okay, yeah.
You got it.
All right, yeah. Take a picture of this one.
Are we standing them all up over there eventually?
Yeah, eventually
so
we will. Both of these are persimmon leaves.
Really?
Yeah. So that's, you can see actually the whole range in there. Wow. This is sakura. Sakura here.
Move, please.
Yeah, I just finished that one yesterday, actually.
These are really good.
Thanks. Yeah, they're fun. I think I'm just really getting into them now, but I think there's a lot of different possibilities with it. This one I added just grit. I went outside and picked up a handful of grit.
Yeah.
I think these also have good print possibilities too.
I think
if you want to save yourself some time, I can just vomit on this.
Drink up that coffee, because we'll need some brown there, man. Oh, you already did! This does look a little bit like that stuff from the novelty shop, right?
Oh,
you know,
Dad,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm trying to go this way.
Hold on.
It's alright, yeah.
I'm trying to get a picture of each one as you put it up.
Oh, those colors go well together, actually.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, so this is the ginkgo. So everything so far you've seen, except for that first one, is kind of like, basic Japanese, traditional Japanese, leaves. But of course, ginkgo, there's actually ginkgo over in, at least I saw one over in Italy once. So I don't know what its provenance is, actually.
I thought ginkgo was Asian.
Might be. They might have transplanted.
Yeah.
So
Worth the wait.
good. Good.
Everybody, if you want to buy Joel Stewart's work, you better do it this year because I might not be able to get anything for another 5 years. So.
Yeah, he's pumping it out now, and then he's going to take a 5-year vacation. And this is the last one.
Yeah.
I just kind of play around with a different concept
Yeah,
altogether.
yeah. Well, that's very cool.
So I decided, I started with the leaves, and then I worked on this, and this is kind of like a whole different thing. Instead of a leaf on a white background, there's this whole 3-dimensional world there, and I've got lots of ideas for this, but
It's a little more elegant, but the leaf is very, very understated and very Japanese, I think.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wait a little while before I get into this kind of style here. Because the leaves right now are really occupying all my attention.
Are you gonna wait like 5 years?
Who knows?
This is gonna be the 5-year video.
I'm
gonna give you a lot of crap for this 5 years.
Okay, just go ahead. Spank me. Spank me. So, yeah, look at here's some of the samples here. These guys. Look at this. Look at that. Just all that abstraction in there is really cool. This was one. This is the one that was on there with the blue. That one there. But these are all sakura, right? From the same tree, but they're all
cherry tree
shapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all different shapes and sizes. Here's another one. Look at that. Totally different shape.
Very cool.
And I don't know what this is, but I love this one too. Kind of reminds me of a laurel.
I don't know what that is.
And here we got some more.
Oh, that's ginkgo?
Yeah, this is ginkgo.
Oh, Brian, take a picture of this ginkgo.
Hold on.
I painted that one with Brian, yeah, because that's out on Nihonkai.
Yeah.
Hold that up.
Sure, yeah. This is really early Joel Stewart.
Yeah.
He's good friends with Brian Williams. And
94.
wow.
Okay, so anyway, that's what's going on here
That's cool.
currently.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm doing these leaves right now is because there's some downtime before we get into the warehouse and start setting up the screen installation.
So, I mean, when you say downtime, you mean like
Well,
5 years downtime?
No, not 5 years. 3.5.
So these are your new fan paintings or prints?
These actually I started before the whole project, and then I just put it on hold because I got
these are fantastic. Wow. So these are lithographs or etching or
etchings.
what?
Yeah.
And how you explained to me 5 years ago how you do make the etching.
4 years ago, man.
It was 5, I think.
It was 4.
Well,
Your memory's fading.
five since I don't know. When did you make Moonlight, the print?
Moonlight.
Yeah.
Oh, but let's see. Moonlight wasn't
2003, wasn't it?
Was that the last time
Yeah.
you were here?
Moonlight's the last new thing I got from you.
No, that's no. The last thing you got from me was like a Stone Lantern print.
Oh, Stone Lantern. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but maybe the Stone Lanterns. Yeah.
Well,
At any rate, how do you get this painterly quality in an etching?
That's by using this technique called spit bite, which basically you just you paint the acid on there, or you paint it first maybe a little barrier of water, or I don't know what else they used to use actual saliva back then, and in the areas where it's hazy like a painting, like an ink painting, you lay down the saliva first.
You spit on it?
Well, you actually, the artist back then would work up a jar of spittle over time and use it. Disgusting, isn't it? But I think what we were using is just basically water and maybe some glycerin in it, so it needs a little bit of kind of a spit-like consistency.
Yeah. And then you take a brush to get that water.
Yeah. So what we did before this, because you're painting with acid, which is transparent, so you can't see what's going on, is you got to do a couple of test plates the same day, and and say, okay, this is kind of what I'm looking for. So you do the test plates first, and then you try to figure out how long the acid needs to be on there so it gets dark like that, and how long does it need to be on there so that you know you can get these lines out of that. You got to time it all. So we spent like the first, I don't know, half a day just working on the test plates, and then okay, it's like, okay, so basically this is like, I can't remember what it was. It might have been 5 minutes or something like that. And then the areas where you want it fuzzy, before you start, you lay in kind of a barrier there, and while that's still wet, then you start laying in the acid here. And the hard edge there is from actually stopping it out with with your typical whatever stop out that you're using for the print. So that's why it gets that ink painterly.
It's great.
Quality. Thanks. Yeah.
What's this called?
Oh, it's probably just called Pine for now. Glad I showed it to you. Yeah. Yeah, this is different papers here. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
Hey Ray, yeah, I'm definitely, I really, and the shape too is something I've never had, and so it's, I think people will go bananas over this. So we need to get these fan pieces by September 20th for the Cleveland Museum of Art Fine Print Fair, and then I'm going to send the blue image back to Joel to edition. We're going to take orders in Cleveland. But by October 26th, we need everything ready to go for the biggest print fair in the world at the New York Armory at 67th and Park. So, Joe, when do you know, if somebody buys this, what should I tell them?
just say we're happy to sell these and take the money now.
Yeah.
And I promise that I'll have the prints ready within 5 years.
Good. Oh, that's great.